This is Brian Peters with you for your March 11th Weather Extreme video. Looks like we have some rain on the way, and then kind of almost we get into summer. Let's take a look at the Skycam network from Alpha this morning, and there's a look from the highest point in the state of Alabama, Mount Cheaha. We can see some clouds, mostly cirrus clouds it appears, rather high clouds off to the west. And then there's a look at Birmingham as we're looking off to the east, and kind of an east-southeast shot, giving us a little bit of the high cirrus clouds and a few more clouds notable up in Hamilton. In the northwest corner of the state, might actually see some showers this afternoon. On the surface map, high pressure over the Outer Banks is nosing across the southeastern U.S., and that is keeping moisture and showers off to our west. In the upper atmosphere, we're dealing with that closed low that was just south of the Four Corners area yesterday, and that is now moving out across the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles, and that will be heading up towards the Great Lakes over the next 24 hours or so. In the meantime, ahead of that, of course, it's warming nicely up across the Central Plains. Look at that, the 50s all the way up into the Memphis area, and even spots like Chicago actually above freezing, close to freezing, but at least above freezing. And we're a good, let's see, about 12 to 14 degrees warmer than we were at this time yesterday. So obviously the warming trend taking place. As I say, the moisture is off to our west, and we can see that on the regional satellite image, kind of a composite of different radar shots. I said satellite, but I meant radar. And we can see that there are some showers just to the south of Memphis, but most of that is going to stay off to our west for the day, so I don't think we're going to see rain until tonight. And even when we get rain tonight, it doesn't look like it's going to be a tremendous amount of rain. The rain tonight and tomorrow probably on the order of, in the vicinity of a half to 3/4 of an inch potentially. But over the next few days, actually out through Friday, Thursday, we do see the potential for isolated showers. Storm Prediction Center is outlooking an elongated area of slight risk that extends from about Beaumont, Port Arthur, up across Shreveport, Texarkana area, Little Rock, and into extreme south central Missouri. While the risk is there for severe weather, it looks like there are some reasons that the overall severe weather threat has been moderated just a little bit, but we'll be watching that. Storms could rotate, so isolated tornadoes are possible. All right, the 06 GFS model run this morning, and there's the forecast for 18Z, which is now 1 p.m. Hope you set your clocks forward 1 hour. If you didn't, you'll be a much later. For the upper air pattern for tomorrow, the forecast looks like this. The closed low opens up into an open trough and reaches the Great Lakes, the western Great Lakes area, and that will essentially drag a front, the surface low up in the western Great Lakes area, but it drags a front down into our area, and that's where the front will stall. The open trough moves across to kind of just to the north of the eastern Great Lakes on Tuesday, and that still keeps the frontal boundary in our area, but we've lost the essential forcing. So Monday's the best day for rain. Tuesday, yes, we're going to have shower chances, and actually it stays shower chances all the way through much of the week. But notice the ridge is building. This is Wednesday. Notice the ridge is building. We get little impulses, as you can see, one located over about Tupelo. And that basically is going to set the stage for a rather warm, with temperatures reaching about 80 degrees, and also the possibility with the moisture in place that we're going to see just isolated showers on a daily basis. For Thursday, the ridge is getting a little bit stronger, and that might decrease the shower possibilities a little bit, but the thing is, there'll still be some isolated showers around, so we have to put that in the forecast. For Friday, the ridge now is pumping up a bit, especially up the East Coast, bringing some warm weather to much of the eastern half of the country. In the meantime, we're beginning to develop a pretty significant trough on the West Coast. And for us, what that means is that maybe with the ridge building a little stronger, the rain chances drop off a little on Friday, and certainly have to keep the mention of a possibility in there. But then the upper ridge is much stronger on Saturday the 17th, and what that means probably is that we can take showers out. Now, still some threat, but I think I'm willing to kind of stick my neck out there and risk it just a little bit. And then finally, a week from today, the upper ridge over the eastern half of the country is extremely strong in response to the very deep trough over the west coast. So we've got a real interesting pattern developing there, and of course that trough over the west coast producing a lot of rain and snow for the higher elevations, and so definitely an interesting weather pattern. And for us, it looks like Sunday probably will be dry with much of the moisture off to our west. All right, extending out into the forecast further, that big trough does close off and come out of the central Rockies, but notice that much of the eastern third of the country remains under an upper ridge, which means actually that we stay dry for this on the 21st. And then at the 26th, the end of the period, the ridge is still there. So yesterday we were looking at a fairly progressive pattern. Today, the long range, as you typically expect, has flip-flopped, and it looks like it's putting a lot more emphasis on the ridge holding strong over the eastern half of the country. But it's voodoo out there, so we'll wait and see. Well, thanks for tuning in to the Weather Xtreme video. I expect James Spann to be back in the saddle once again on Monday morning with the next edition. I hope he set his clocks ahead, and just like I hope you set your clocks ahead. Well, I hope your Sunday is a good one, and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.